industry. We'd like to welcome our two experts. Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Here are Andreas Zintel and Rajashi Shom. Nice to have you guys.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Hi. Thanks, Chris, for setting the right tone for us. Yeah. Hello and welcome, a very warm welcome from the food and beverage world of Siemens. Okay. Nowadays, everybody is talking about digitalization. So we thought, why don't we talk about digitalization and give you a fair bit of a picture of what we have to offer you, right?
Right. Let's take the dairy industry as an example. That's why I've brought a drink for you. It's a nice chocolate milk.
Thank you very much for this chocolate drink, but I'm not in the mood to drink chocolate today. I would love something more fruity and more proteinous. Can you offer me that?
Oh, come on. I thought you were the sweet guy. No, you want to have something fruity, healthy, think even with protein?
Yeah?
No problem. I'm prepared. So I have another drink with me. That's a nice orange mango protein drink. So I hope you like that.
Exactly. This is what I was looking forward for, like something much more healthier and fruity. But today, we are in Hanover. So we need to do something a little bit more challenging, right?
Okay.
So can you change the label of this for me? I think you can surely do this for me, yeah?
Yeah, we can change it. So what kind of color do you want to have? A blue one, an orange one, a black one?
It's easy. I go with my corporate color, the blue one, for sure.
Sure?
Absolutely sure.
Okay, no problem. So we can change the label according to your personal taste. My name is Andreas Zintel.
And my name is Rajashi Shom.
And we are from Siemens Food and Beverage. Today, we are going to show you how digitalization applies to the dairy industry.
Exactly, thanks. But whenever we talk about digitalization, even if you see in all our booths, what comes to our mind at the beginning is that we are talking about really high-tech products, like a big car or a big aeroplane.
Yeah, I would like to have that blue car.
This one?
Yeah.
But you need to focus, my dear friend. We are talking about dairy and digitalization in dairy, yeah? But don't worry, I make your life much more easier and simpler. I explain it to you how we do this. Yeah, I had this experience, and I think probably all of you guys had the same experience. Like, whenever I go to a supermarket, what I see is that you get to see, not me, you all get to see that you have a lot of new flavors, new attractive packaging, new ingredients. Somebody wants to drink a very high-fat milk, a low-fat milk, an organic milk. I really wonder, like, how do our producers of this, like Danone, Arla, there are so many major players into this market, how do they meet our requirements? We are like diversified requirements that they come into the market. And I think here, digitalization plays a really vital and important role.
Absolutely. Digitalization plays a vital role in the dairy industry. And we can make it happen with Siemens technology. So we have the right tools to cover the entire life cycle of such a milk-based drink, starting with the product design, the planning of the production, the engineering, the execution, and finally the services.
Perfect. So thanks for setting the right tone, what we would be talking for the next 10, 12 minutes. I think everybody has seen these 5 facets. And what we would do next is like, I would go individually to individual facets of this 5 ecosystem of the plant. So let's start with the product design. So this simple milk-based drink, which Andreas has just offered me, even for this simple drink, you need the right formulation process behind. You need the right concentration of the ingredients that goes into this milk. Like, I mean, you need the right sugar content, you need the right milk into it, the right protein content. And this is very important because you need to know what product you are making before you go really to the real world.
Yeah, and Siemens supports you in this formulation process, taking into account different regulations in different markets. For example, in the US, in Europe, Asian countries, or any other market, so it doesn't matter. And the created nutrition table is also the link to our next challenge, which is the creation of a cost-efficient but also attractive packaging. And this includes a stress test simulation of the packaging and, of course, the label design. And this is exactly the point where we can change the label according to your personal taste, so we can make it blue.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I wait for that. Yeah, then, as I said, let's go to the next facet of it. That's like production planning. And in production planning, you again use the digital twin to create your complete production line. And this is very important for all of us because as the customer needs to know how much he needs to produce on a wider scale before he really goes to the real world.
So this means we can really validate the entire plant before building it. So we can identify bottlenecks and we can avoid overcapacities. And most important, we can run the plant under extreme conditions without any risk to our employees or the equipment.
But now I have a question because now we have designed it and we have started producing. I mean, we have planned the production, right?
Yep.
But that means that the plant is up and running. Yeah, it's completely commissioned. But can we still use the digital twin even after the plant has been commissioned?
Yes, for sure. So every time you introduce a new product, we can speed up your time to market by allowing you to do feasibility checks with the digital twin. And the digital twin is also the basis for the next step in our concept, which is the production engineering.
When you talk about production engineering, I get a little bit, I would say, skeptical about it because this is the phase where it takes a lot of time for the plant managers to design the whole plant. Here is the phase where you design your mechanical design, your electrical design, and your automation design. And this design phase is a lot of work and a lot of time-consuming work. But don't worry, guys. With the Siemens tools, and the technology that we have, you can reduce this time because we have the right technology to do this integrated platform of these three facets, which I just explained to you, the mechanical, the electrical, and the automation on an integrated platform.
Exactly. So we have all the tools that are needed for an efficient production engineering. And all these software tools, they are integrated. So this means they can exchange data. And this allows a very nice working model for cross-functional departments. So they can exchange their data and they can reuse it. And that makes it very efficient. So this is how digitalization gets the human touch, because it brings people closer and let them work more efficient.
But now, Andreas, I'm really getting excited because we have designed it, we have planned it, and we have engineered it. But I still don't get my milk, which you promised me at the beginning.
Yeah, very good question. So now, Shom, I will bring you from the virtual world of planning to the real world of production. And to be honest, you're quite demanding in producing your milk-based drink. So you want to have a special flavor, you want to have your own individualized blue label.
Yes.
And to achieve this, we need to synchronize our manufacturing operations with the business processes. And to achieve that, you need also a flexible production, taking into account the availability of the material, of the equipment, your employees, but also things like energy consumption. And you know what? We have a solution for that.
For sure. I'm 200% sure we have a solution for that. But when you talk about scheduling, I think it's also very important to know that what efficiency the plant is operating at, the line is operating at. And here, the most important solution that Siemens offers is that we have the right, I would say, processes and the tools that gives you the transparency for your entire plant assets. And here, what you can do is that you can generate your OEE and your KPIs, and you can use this OEE and the KPIs to, to basically do line monitoring systems, and also use this line monitoring systems to create algorithms to see whether your plant is operating at the right, I would say, way. So you can plan your downtimes, you know when your downtimes are coming, and you can be much more sure before you really go to the real world.
Wow, that's very interesting, Shom. But Well, that works for one line or one plant. But a global dairy company, they have many plants distributed all over the world.
Absolutely.
So how can we do service in terms of data analytics for this?
I was sure that you will ask me this question because service is a very important aspect, and it's a very valid question which you are asking me. But don't worry, Siemens has an offering for that as well. It's MindSphere. You know, in MindSphere, you can do everything what you have asked me for. And this is very important for our customers to know that we have a really nice portfolio for MindSphere to offer you guys.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, we have just developed 2 apps for MindSphere in cooperation with our partners from Atos. So the first app is about quality benchmarking. So basically, it's all about comparing different sites distributed all over the world in regards of their quality performance. And with the app, you can easily identify which plant is producing in a good quality that satisfies your customer and which one is not. The second application is about performance benchmarking. So especially for filling and packaging lines, it is crucial that they run with a very good performance. And with the app, you can get the transparency to check if your lines are running efficiently and to compare them with each other, so to improve them.
So what you're trying to explain me is that like I can take 2 examples of 2 different lines from 2 different sites, 2 different plants, and can see at what efficiency the plants are operating. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But what more excites me is that this gives a lot of flexibility to the plant manager to do data analytics of this entire different lines or different plants. And then he can do this over a fly because he's using MindSphere. And MindSphere is just, you need an internet connection to do this. So he can do it anywhere at any time. So he can be at his home, he can be waiting for a flight somewhere. So it makes his life really easier to do it anywhere anywhere at any time.
Yep, right.
So seriously, Andreas, I think that we have seen a really comprehensive portfolio that Siemens can offer, starting from the product design to the services. And I think we need to really summarize because we have talked a lot about many things. So let's summarize the main points.
Yeah, so digitalization allows a horizontal and a vertical data integration. It fosters the collaboration within your enterprise, and it brings people closer.
And the second important thing is that it makes your data into real value. So it also brings all the cross-functional working models in your organization. I mean, the R&D, the production, the planning, the warehouse, all together. And there, you bring all the data together and create it into real value by analyzing it.
And finally, the digital twin allows you to simulate everything in the virtual world before you ever commit resources in the real world. And now, Shom, we are in the real world. I have something real for you. It's a nice drink. Thank you. It's orange mango protein with a blue label. I think that's the one you have asked for.
Exactly.
So enjoy.
Thank you very much for this, and I really appreciate the effort you've put in to make this for me. Dear audience, I got my customized milk, and I would love that you guys also have your own customized milk. It's very easy. You just need to walk like 100 meters from here. It's the Siemens Food and Beverage area in the Siemens world, right in the center of the Siemens booth. If you have not had it, you're missing something in your life. Please go there, have your own drink. We are still here to have answers, any questions which you have. If you don't have anyone, we are really thankful for your kind attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.